Lesson 6 is about participants combining the skills they learned in the first 5 lessons, so they can teach gymnastics more effectively now with an awareness of spatial relations, sketching skills, and spatial visualization skills, and how they are present in gymnastics. So the first thing I will do is that I'll ask the participants what must gymnastics visualise in a front walkover. This will be a discussion where I will then write on the board on this slide the answers they are coming up with. As we have done spatial visualisation in the last 2 lessons, I suspect this skill will be fresh in their mind, and they should have good concrete knowledge as they have done the origami activity which helped with visualisation, and they've also done the stimulate where they got to experience the skills using VR, as many of the gymnastic coaches would have not done gymnastics themselves, so this is a good way for them to get a real life experience, just so it will make them more empathetic and have more, as much as self knowledge from own experience as possible without actually having to learn the skill, as many of these skills require a lot of strength and take dedication to be able to perform them. So then I will get the gymnast to complete the whiteboard activity. The whiteboard activity involves the gymnastic coaches, to break down a skill. So I'll give them all a skill and they'll have to break it down. They'll be using their sketching skills that they did in week 2 to sketch the stick figures representing the gymnast in the skill. So the reason that you're doing this is because when in gymnastics, when kids and adults are performing skills, they have to visualize and have spatial relations of where their arms are, where their legs are. So this exercise gets the participants aware of explain this to a child, so that it breaks down nice and easy step by step, and it helps the child visualize it. Just like last week in origami, we broke it down step by step so we could make the butterfly or the frog. You go step by step. So if we look, I provided a video just to go inside this on what a round off is. So this is Layla doing the round off. So as you can see, a round off happens very quickly. So if you ask a kid who already knows how to demonstrate to another kid who doesn't know, there's too much happening at once. So that's why we're going to break it down so it's easier to teach, and that the kids can visualize and know where they need to point the toes, where their arms need to be in each part of the skill so they can execute it correctly. So here we go, we'll look at Layla again. So first of all, she stands nice and tall in position 1 with her hands right beside her ears. Then she's, as we can see, gone into position 2 at the moment. So she's between kind of position 1 and position 2, where she's lifted one leg off and her arms are moving downwards towards the mat. Then we just went a bit fast. She's put the 2 hands are now gone onto the mat, and the legs are going to be up in a V shape. The 2 hands are also beside the ears. That's very important in gymnastics because the arms need to be straight. So this shows it in the whiteboard activity. So that's position 3 that we have in the whiteboard. And then position 4 is where she's the bent legs and she's bringing up the arms. This will allow her to have balance. So she has the bent knees and she's bringing up the arms, and the 2 feet are facing towards the direction she did the round off towards. Finally, she finishes nice and tall with the arms above the head with them right beside the ears. So just like position 1. So I get the participants, I'll give them all a different skill. I will actually give them, so just say there's 10 participants, there'll be 5 skills. So as this links into the next activity that we're doing later in it. So they'll have a whiteboard and it's simple sketching, and they'll just do as many frames, but just 5 is plenty, because as you can see there, that captured the main elements of a skill of a round off.